Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm writing an adult literary fiction book, but today's video is not about that. Today's video is about my recent watches. And when I say recent watches, I mean in June I didn't really write much, but I did watch a lot of TV, so I decided to come here and talk about it. And so we have, I think, 8 TV shows slash movies that we're going to talk about. And how we're going to do this video is I'm going to just like talk about each thing. If you are not at where I say I'm at in the show slash movie, then just like don't watch it. Or if you just don't care and you just want to hear a person on the internet yapping about it, then just like go ahead and watch. But I'll also talk about if there's actually spoilers in what I'm saying or not. So yeah, let's get to the first one. The first thing is a movie, and there won't be spoilers here. This is the only one that there won't really be spoilers. And it's the X-Men. I've watched the first and the second movie. My opinions on it, I like it. Okay, this sounds so weird when it's just like, oh, okay, it was okay. Like, I'm liking it. I'm gonna continue watching the series. I've never been a huge like superheroes movie person, but like X-Men is getting me into it, and I might have like a superhero movie phase. So if that happens, oh yeah, plus another thing that I should probably mention for these videos, which, okay, the people who probably thought this was a spoiler are probably just like out of here, and it's just like whoopsies, but whatever. I'm gonna do a video like this recent watches like every 3 months. So like, yeah, every 3 months. And yeah, it's just gonna be a reoccurring thing, because I feel like I used to do like what my favorite shows or movies were, but I didn't really like that style of things, because like it was only my favorites, and like once I said my favorite things, then it wasn't just like I couldn't talk about it again, and I want to talk about things over and over again as the seasons come on. Or yeah, actually, as the seasons come on, I guess. Movies, it's not as, I don't know, prevalent. Like the only way it works is like through like movies that are in series, but like in long series, what's the plural of series that have a long series or whatever, like the X-Men or whatever. And so yeah, let's go back to the X-Men. I'm really liking it. I think that I just like superpowers. If I were to write fantasy, I would be writing superhero books, but I feel like those weren't popular, so I just didn't do that. I just like the whole concept of the X-Men. Oh yeah, plus the reason why I was watching the X-Men is because I have Disney Plus, because my job just gave us like a free 6-month subscription of any, but no, not any, either EPSN, something like that, Hulu or Disney Plus. I was going to do Hulu, but then I accidentally did Disney Plus, and I was like, okay, my Hulu subscription is only $1 per month, so who cares? I'm not going to unsubscribe to that, because like what's the point? So now I just have Disney Plus, and I was just like, I might as well use it for something. So that's what got me to X-Men. I'll probably watch the later seasons of it, obviously, because I just find them fun. I feel like they kind of also feel kind of just like nothing's happening. Wait, no, not that. It's just, I don't know, they're fun. It kind of feels like a TV show more than a movie. But I enjoy it, so I'm going to continue watching. So the next thing we have on this list is Steven Universe. I'm just rewatching Steven Universe. I liked the lore, but back when I first watched it. I'm on season 1. Let me get that out of the way. Yeah, so I'm on season 1. I'm just kind of rewatching it. I like watching like a kids show with a bunch of other shows, just like for the fun of it. How is it so far? There's really no spoilers I have for this one, because it's okay, it's fine. I just watch it, and I just mindlessly watch it, basically. The next thing we have is The Next Step. I'm on season 4. I hate season 4, low-key. Like I do not Actually, no, I don't hate season 4. I feel like when I first watched this show, season 4 was the worst season to exist because it's just like all the main characters left and it sucked. But like rewatching it, it was fine. And then there's the whole Alfie, what's her name, Riley drama, and I was kind of just like, okay, like I don't know. It was just like, I don't know. I like, what's his name again? What's his name? James, yeah. So I like that. But it's just like there's all new characters. That kind of sucks. But I feel like season 5 and just like whatever is gonna be better, especially now that Emily's back. I love Emily. Like Emily's one of my favorite characters, and it's just like I get it that we all hated on Emily back in the days, but like I do love Emily. Emily just, I feel like she brings a lot to the show, and that makes it better. I don't know. Why does my hair kind of look weird on camera versus like in person? I feel like you guys can always hear like people in the background for my videos, and that's because like I just have given up on just like them not showing up in my videos, because like at this point I need to film these videos and I'm not just gonna pause it and just like not film it because of them. So I'm just gonna keep that, whatever, shut up. If you hear their voices, just don't think too deeply into it, whatever. So the next show we're gonna talk about is The Bear. I watched season 4 of it. It came out like June 28th, no, June 25th. I don't know. It came out sometime. So season 4, I feel like season 4, if you watch like a random vlog of mine, I do not remember that vlog. I just randomly updated you guys. I was talking about like how I thought that it would be like season 3 and how season 3 was low-key a bad season. Everyone has just been like, I don't know, on top of that train for no reason. It's like there is no reason that you guys should be obsessed with just calling season 3 just like a secret masterpiece and just like whatever. And it's just like, bro, I feel like you guys are lying to yourselves. Season 3 was just like an off season, and like sure it was setting up for like the 4th season, but like I feel like you should not have made a whole season like that. At that point you might as well have just, I don't know, came out with season 4 like 6 months later, or just like came out with season 4 just like closer to season 3 if you wanted it to be like, I heard someone saying that like season 3 felt like part 1 and season 4 felt like part 2, and yeah, I think that's true. But like I feel like we should not have been left with that season for a whole year to think about. But this is not about season 3, this is about season 4. So my opinions, I loved the episode where Worms, which was season 4, episode 4, and I love that because it was so black. It was just like the most, just like, I don't know, authentically black season. And I just loved the way that Sydney was just like talking about, what was it, the houses? Wait, no, no, oh yeah, the houses. But what she meant was like, she was talking about like how she, because like the daughter of her friend who was braiding her hair was like talking about this sleepover, and she was like overly obsessed with the sleepover and just like what she's gonna do, if she's gonna go or not, because like the daughter who had the sleepover was invited. It was just like, you know, that random thing, an invitation where they invite you because you overheard them talking about it, and rather than them just like giving you the invitation, whatever, that doesn't matter. So Sydney is just like overly obsessed with this just like sleepover, and then she talks about like, she refers to like the sleepover, like when she's talking to the daughter, she talks about the sleepovers like they are play dates. Wait, no. She talks about the restaurants that she could work with, because there's what's that guy's name again? There was one, The Bear, and then there's another restaurant with this other white guy. I do not remember what it was. Oh yeah, oops. But anyways, so she refers to just like these 2 different jobs that she can take, as in just like which sleepover, which place she can go to, and ignore that. Ignore my parents if you can hear them. I don't know if you can. So yeah, she keeps referring to that like sleepover thing while she's talking. This is confusing. This is getting really confusing. But like she keeps doing that. She trying to she is trying to pick between these two restaurants that want her, and to talk to the daughter about these two restaurants that she wants to go to. She refers to them as sleepovers, and like low-key I was bawling because she was like, like she was obsessively talking about these, I don't know, the way that, I don't know, I just like the way that she was using it as a metaphor, and she was just like so obsessed with just like talking about it in a sleepover way. And I liked the episode. I thought it was very black, just like her doing her hair and whatever. I thought that other guy who wanted her to be in the restaurant with him, who was trying to like recruit him, I thought he was low-key weird. Like when he was like, oh my gosh, we could do some Caribbean inspired food, and like when he was playing like rap music, like the moment that Sydney walked in, and then like when she played classical music and he's like, and then it was, I don't know, it was just giving that like white guy that you just want to shut up. Like I don't know, it was just like, it was annoying. He was very annoying. Okay, now other things. I also like the argument between Carmi and Claire. I feel like that was the first time in the season where I was like, okay, this is a good season, because like I feel like the thing about the bear is it's very much episode like you have to like the episode in order to like certain episodes hit and certain episodes don't hit, and it just like feels like the rest of the episodes are just like fillers to just like build upon other episodes. Just like when you guys were saying season 3, how it's just like part 1 of part 2, which is the next season, where it's just like some episodes are boring or whatever, but then some episodes are just so good, and it's just like there are just hidden gems in the thing. And I do wish that every episode was like that, but like it's not. I feel like why I was thinking season 4 would be bad is because I did not want the repetition of, oh my gosh, Carmi is just like having these problems, this environment is chaotic, this just like repeating thing, whatever. And now let's talk about the last episode, the part that I'm low-key crying about. Carmi leaves the bear, and that just, oh my gosh, that every time a character leaves something that they have been doing for so long, I just start bawling. And so Carmi, who is the main character, he says that he's leaving the bear, which is like this restaurant that he created, I guess, kind of. And it was really sad because like the sister was like, if you are good at something, or if you are good at, no, it's okay to leave something that you don't 100% love anymore. And that really started making me cry. Like I don't know what it is. Next season I have no idea what this show is just gonna go in, just what direction it's gonna go in. And I feel like we're just gonna watch Carmi try to be a human, and Sydney obviously run the bear. And those are, I guess, exciting things, but like whatever. I was crying because like low-key I was just like, oh my gosh, he's leaving, because like I started to realize, oh shoot, like he's leaving the bear, which is, it just like, it feels like so much. I feel like this season I was so much like, oh my gosh, I wish this show focused more on Sydney, but like at the very end I was like, I don't know, like yeah, I do want it to focus on Sydney, but like I also love Carmi. I don't know. And then there's just like the Sydney Carmi love thing. People are saying that they should get together, and me, I'm just like, yeah. I'm a part of just like, I guess, the thing. But also having watched like 2000s TV shows, this is starting to remind me of those shows, 2010 TV shows or whatever, like where you would have this black character, and it's like you would want them to get with this other character so badly, but they never would, because just like, I don't know, the creator just hated black people so much, and it was just like, guys, what? But yeah, so I just feel like it's not gonna happen, because I'm just like, this is giving very much 2000 show, and I'm just getting more flashbacks to just like back in the days when this was just like, I don't know, a thing. And so yeah, that sucks, but whatever. Now the next show we're gonna talk about is Ginny and Georgia. Season 3 came out. I love season 3. I guess we'll talk about just like past seasons, and then we'll get onto the regular season. So in season three, no, okay, past seasons, what happened? Um, okay, I paused for a second. Okay, so we're talking about Ginny and Georgia, season three. Is it season three? I think it's season three. The latest season that came out. So basically, what happened in this season? First, okay, let's go through character by character. Ooh, finally I get to do like a character by character, just like study. Because like other shows I tend to just not do that because it's just like the main character and then whatever. Okay, so the main character is, okay, wait, no, should we start off with a different character? Okay, no, I love talking about just like character by character, just like how I feel about every character, and I have just like a couple of shows on this that I can actually do that for, and so I'm going to do it. Okay, so the first character we have is, let's start off with the friend group. Okay, we have Max. Max was going through it this season. Like, basically all of her friends were like, oh my gosh, you're doing too much, you're doing too much, you're doing too much. And she was like, bro, I'm not doing too much at this point. Like, guys, you guys are just being mean. And they were, like, I fully agree. Like, they were just being mean to her. And then there was like, her brother was dealing with this alcohol problem. And she was like, bro, why are you guys, and oh, Silver was that evil. Okay, no. Okay, let me start out with just Max. So Max was just like going through it, just like she was kind of just left out for everyone. She was just like shown more as this class child type of person, and I did like that. So yeah, there's her. Then we have Abby. Abby's parents are divorced or whatever. The dad is dating this new person. She doesn't like him. She was lucky annoying. But on that part, I was just like, bro, I do not care. Like, I'm so sorry. I don't care. I do not care. And then she's also dating this girl. And Max is like, oh my gosh, why didn't you tell me? Because, like, you know, I mean, Max is a lesbian. Yeah. And then she just, like, wanted to share just, like, her queerness with Abby. But, like, Abby was kind of just, like, not letting her into that. Because I feel like Abby is more of a person who just, like, who just like dates people, and just like I feel like Abby might be pan or something, or bi or whatever, and she just like wants to date people and just like not have to think about being queer, I guess. So like she just didn't want Max to be a part of her life in that part. And yeah, I feel like I understand why Abby was saying that, but I also understand why Max was kind of mad or just like sad or whatever. Also the friend group just excluded Max. Then we had Nora. People are sitting down looking at, like, going like, oh my gosh, Nora's so annoying, Nora's so annoying. Like, sure, she might have jumped onto people's, I don't know, people's sides, and she just doesn't really have that much of a personality. But, like, her not trying to, like, talk to Ginny after everything that happened with her mom, like, her mom killed someone. I think we're forgetting that. Like, yeah, no, of course she's trying to avoid her. Of course she's trying to avoid all these people. Like, she's friends with the people, I guess, who, like, the guy who died or whatever, who Georgia killed. So it's just like, guys, of course Nora is acting like that. Then we have the mayor. Georgia went too far. Georgia she went too far. Of course that relationship ended. She went too far. I'm so fucked. Like, she faked a pregnancy. Like, y'all, that is crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like you guys are just like, your brains aren't thinking. Like, it's not okay, no, that'd be that. Do some brain not like, but yeah, whatever. But like, guys, not even gonna lie. Of course that man didn't like her. Like, bro, did you see what, like, she wouldn't admit the truth to him. So yeah, then Zion, people are sitting down going like, why did Zion take the kids away from Georgia? Guys, Zion is the biggest person who does not deserve all this hate. Like, sure, I get why Ginny is mad, because like, bro, what the freak was he doing just like the whole time? Just like, he was out there doing whatever he was doing. But I also am just like, Georgia didn't let him in, but that was because the mom was kind of just like whatever. But like, I don't blame Georgia for anything. I think that Ginny is completely valid in that. I think Ginny was low-key just mad because of what he did. But the thing is, it's just like no one was telling Zion anything. Like, bro, you're really like, okay, I'm a murderer. Like, do you find out that the mom of your child is a murderer? That she's low-key, like, what else? That her son shot her dad, his dad, because of Georgia. Like, you're gonna sit down and look at your child and be like, no, I'm getting this child out of that home. Like, these people seem insane. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, of course Zion was trying to be a good dad, and though he's too late right now, actually I don't think he's too late. I think that sure, he's very late on the game, but like, guys, that's not normal stuff. Like, I get it that we're watching it and going like, oh my gosh, blah blah blah, because we understand the lore. All he understands, because we're like, okay, Austin shot the dad because he was abusive or whatever. We understand that Georgia usually has her reasons for killing people, except that one guy, whatever. So look, we understand that, but he doesn't. Like, if you just hear those things out of context, that sounds just like, bro, what, where are my children? Like, what are they actually child? Are they doing? And then people are like mad that what's called Austin was sent to his dad, which is abusive. And then it's just like, guys, he did not know, because Georgia never said anything. No, Ginny never said anything. No one ever said anything. He'd keep asking. He'd be like, wait, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And then they would just stare at him like, and it was like, bro, he needed to be in the loop, and now this was the consequences of their actions. Like, Zion on that part does not need to be blamed. Like, I truly think that you guys are just, I don't know. When I watch the fandoms, I'm just like, guys, you guys are, I don't know where your brain is. This was clearly obvious that was just like, he was trying to be a good parent for 1 second, though. He should have been a good parent for a longer, but like, let's be honest, for this situation, whatever. Now let's talk about Joe. Joe gives nothing. I'm so sorry. Joe gives nothing. I don't know why you guys are so obsessed with Joe. At first, I was kind of liking that ship. I don't like it anymore. I think that it's just that annoying thing. Let me not even talk too much about it. But I hate it when shows do this, like, where it's just like there's just that one. Should I say it? I don't know if y'all will hate on me. Like, where you guys have that one person of color who's just obsessed with this white person, and it's just like, it's fine when they're in a relationship, but it's just like they kind of just feel, I don't know, infantilized. I don't know, they just like feel like not a real character, and they're just sitting there co-signing to everything, and people are like, oh my gosh, they're such a good person. They feel so, oh, they're so cute. And it's just like, bro, you guys treat them like a child, and it's just like, bro, that's not your pet, that's not your anything. Like, bro, if he had more of a personality, I would like him, but like, he doesn't. So I'm just like, he gives nothing. You guys just like him because he likes Georgia or whatever. Even if there was beef, I'm sure that you guys would go on Joe's side, but that's because you see him as a child. You guys do not see him as the adult he is. You guys do not see him as a complex person, and that's partially on the show, because like, the show does not show him as this complex person. Now, who else should we talk about? That evil man, Gil. Yeah, he needed to go to jail. Yeah, he needed to go to jail. Then let's talk about, I guess, the more main character. Oh, let's talk about that poetry guy. That's what they call him, poetry guy, and I love that phrase. That was annoying, that what he did, where he was like, what did he say? Like, when Ginny was pregnant, like, oh, I don't know. He said something. I didn't like him. I didn't like him from the very beginning. It was very obvious that Ginny was hung up on Marcus and just used the poetry guy to do whatever. So there's that. Let's talk about, I'm going to talk about Marcus last, because yeah, whatever, yeah. Okay, because he's my favorite character in the show. So let's do that. Silver was the person who dated Max. Silver, I hated her. She was actually so evil for that. Supplying your girlfriend's brother with alcohol, and she kept saying, oh my gosh, that's my friend, that's my friend. Yeah, Marcus is my friend. If Marcus was your friend, you would have never gotten with Max. If you were so high up on that hill, you would have never gotten with Max, and you shouldn't have, because now look at you. You are a weirdo. Like, you, I don't know, she was just weird. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, of course that man had the alcohol problem, and it's like, sure, it's not like her supplying him with alcohol, sure, whatever. I wouldn't have said she was a bad person if she did not date Max. But the fact that Max has been telling you, I feel like Max has a wait, no, not Max. What's his name? Wait, have I been saying Max this whole time? Max is no. Oh, Marcus. I think I have been saying Marcus. Hopefully I have. But yeah, she has been worrying about Marcus this whole time, and you're just supplying with him with alcohol. You are a weirdo, and you need to just like, yeah, of course Max broke up with you, and I'm so happy about that. She deserves better. She needs to find someone who's actually just like good or whatever. So there's that. Then we have, let's talk about more of the main cast. So let's do Austin, Georgia, then Ginny, and then we'll just go to Marcus, and then this little couple will be done. Okay, so first, Austin. People are saying he's turning out like his dad. These people are evil. Like, he is in this hell of a house, and he does not understand that, and he hasn't understood that, because I feel like Ginny understood what type of house she was living in. Austin did not. Austin was thinking like basically this was a regular house. Ginny understood what it was. And the thing is, Austin, he's gonna crash out. And he's gonna crash out because these people that he's living with, they're low-key evil. Like, it's like they made him testify against his dad, and though like obviously we wanted his dad to be in prison, like at the end of the day, in his brain, his dad is a good person. He likes his dad because like his dad has never done anything to him. And I'm just like, think about it from the perspective of Austin at this point. Austin has just sent his dad, who he actually likes probably better than his mom at this point, to jail. And he is gonna crash out now because he's like, bro, what did you guys make me do? That was evil. And I feel like if he crashes out, it's valid because that was low-key evil. Then we have Georgia. Georgia was low-key messed up this season. Like, low-key, I kind of wanted her to go to jail. Though I'm happy that Gilda's in jail, like, I low-key wanted her to go to jail. I feel like her talking to her family from the jail cell would have been cool, and I feel like it would have been just so much better if it just became a Ginny show, and just like Ginny becoming her mother, but just like in another way. So yeah, I felt like that just would have been a better outcome. Yeah, I low-key wanted her to go to jail. It's just like one of those people where it's just like you just want them to get caught over and over again. It's like, though she does it for the right reasons, I'm annoyed. Her faking her pregnancy, bro, what were you doing? Like, oh my gosh, it pissed me off so badly. Yeah, at this point I just want her to be in jail. Like, it's like, bro, what was she thinking? Like, no, this was why I'm just like, bro, you should be in jail. Like, for the other people, I was perfectly fine with her getting away for the other people, but for that guy, Cynthia's husband, you were messed up for that. There was no reason. You did not like Cynthia. You did not, like, there was no reason to kill him. And the things, and you got caught. You're a fool. Like, yeah, you should be in jail because of the idiocy. Like, it's like, I'm not saying it on like a moral level she should be in jail, but like on the fact that you were an idiot, yeah, you should be in jail. Of course you should be in jail. Now let's go to Ginny. Ginny was basically like, oh my gosh, my mom didn't do anything, blah blah blah. I did feel bad for Ginny because it's just like everyone was on her, just like, and it's just like, bro, it wasn't her fault, whatever her mother did. And I feel like people actually need to stop doing that. Just like, I don't know, talking about just like, I don't know, the person who did something bad, like their whole family, because it's just like, bro, the family didn't do anything, it was the person. So like, I felt bad for her when she was going to school, when those journalists were interviewing her. I did really feel bad for her. Ginny's becoming more like her mother. Like, she talked to Austin about like saying it was a different person who killed Cynthia's husband. She also threatened Cynthia, and just like, I don't know, she's becoming like her mom, and it's like, unless she couldn't get that together, she needs to stop. And now we're gonna talk about the last person. Oh yeah, plus Georgia's pregnant, which, whose baby is it? If it's the mayor's baby, he's not gonna believe her after what she did, like, bro. And then last character we're talking about is Marcus. Marcus this season was going through, oops, let me just bring this a little close here. There we go. but Marcus was going through it this season. He's been going through it like since last season, like ever since he became depressed. And it's just like, I liked the show for how the show talked about, like, just because the character, well, I feel like they didn't really talk too much about that therapy thing, but like I feel like just because you go to therapy does not mean you're automatically healed. And I feel like people always say that. It's just like, if something's wrong with a character, then they'll be like, oh my gosh, they need to go to therapy, they need to go to therapy. And it's just like, bro, this show was an exact example that therapy and medication aren't exactly the fix. Like, you have to go through different medications. You have to just like, just because you are doing these things does not mean that you are going to be fixed. And I really liked that. I just feel like Marcus, I love the mental health, like the depression representation he brings to the show. I think it's very interesting. I think he does it very well, and yeah, I love that about him. And yeah, basically he had an alcohol problem this season. He broke up with Ginny. Yeah, he was going through it. He was especially going through it last season, but this season, like at the very end, when he finally, like, he was just, I don't know, not acting like a brat, but like, you know, acting off this whole season. And then like at the very end when he was like, bro, I hate myself, or just whatever. And it's just like, we realize that all the things he's doing is a symptom of him realizing, just like being angry at the fact that he's not getting better, and just like whatever. And I thought that was amazing. I think that like every time he's on the show, he just, I don't know, he eats it down. Like he eats it down, whatever. I feel like he just brings great representation. I love his character. It was a good season in general. Let's just talk about the season. It was a great season. I was actually almost like, oh my gosh, there shouldn't be a fourth season like before what? I don't know. I was just like, okay, this shouldn't have a fourth season. But now I'm like, yeah, we need a fourth season. And I'm happy about that. Okay. Okay. Let me put my legs. I'm getting slightly uncomfortable because it's like 30 minutes into this video. We have 3 more shows, and so let's get into it. So the next thing we have is Squid Game. So Squid Game is, what's this? No, I think, yeah. Okay, Squid Game. Squid Game, I finished season 3, so yeah. So season 3 was a part 2 to season 2. Yeah. And this, yeah. Okay, let me breathe. Because I'm just like, okay. And I also filmed like another video, my July writing vlog video, so whatever. So I'm just out of breath. Okay, so let's talk about Squid Game. Okay, so basically this season was part 2 to season 3. So basically this is like the second time our main character, player 457, is going back into Squid Game or whatever. And basically last season we watched as his friend was killed, whatever. So now this season he's low-key depressed. He low-key is just like, nah, like he's not happy about like what happened. Like he's mad about the fact that his friend was killed, and so like they have to just like lock him up or whatever. He ends up killing the guy who just, I hated him. I'm so sorry. Like people are like, oh my god, he was going through trauma and flashbacks or what. I hated him. I hated him so badly for just like not bringing back the ammo, because like player 120 was about to bring that ammo back, but then it's like he was like, oh no, let me go back there. And it's like, bro, you didn't have to do that. There was no reason for you to do that. And it's like, if you hadn't done that, then it's just like, sure, like whatever. So I was happy when he got killed, because it was like, bro, that was on you. You acted dumb. Okay, so then let's just basically talk about what happens through the season. Basically this season was a repeat of season 1. So basically we watch as every character gets killed off, just like season 1 happened. And basically I feel like this season was about repeats, and like there was the repetition of just like what happened season 1, but there was also the repetition of past seasons, like how the front man said, okay, like gave him this knife and said, if you want to win this game and if you want to win with this baby, kill off everyone else. And it's just like the front man did do that, and I feel like a piece of his humanity was lost when he did that. And I feel like he was trying to prove to like like when he gave him that knife, he was just saying, he would have done the same thing if you were in my position. And I feel like he was just like, I don't know, in a way trying to cope with just like what happened and just like whatever, because like he did do that. And I feel like, not that he feels bad, but like that, when he just like, I don't know, thinks about that moment, he feels like it's inevitable, but like player 457 showed him that it wasn't, and whatever. So basically at the end, player 457 dies, which was a slightly different thing to the rest of the times, because like usually the humans are selfish or whatever, but like he showed that humans are not always selfish, that they are not always predictable, that they do have decisions. And just like I feel like this whole season was like people are predictable, because like people are making the same decisions as they were making in past seasons, and also in just like, and I feel like that's why every character, like player 333 was like the same thing as saying John Woo or something like that, like how he was the same as that character, and just like how every character felt like they had a person that they were like, you know, every character had someone that they were like in season 1, because it was just showing how predictable things are and how the same things happens over and over again. But I feel like player 457 making decisions that were not made in the past was showing how people are not unpredictable. And like when he said humans are not horses, whatever humans are, and he didn't like finish the sentence. What he was saying was that humans are just like not predictable, they are just like these people, and they are just like everything. And it's just like you cannot just say that humans are these evil things, because like sure sometimes they are and sometimes they repeat things, but like also every once in a while something will change from just like what happens on the daily. And yeah, I feel like it was a great message. I also thought that another thing that I really liked about this was how they were giving the decision to leave. And I feel like in this show it was talking about just like how, like, you know how they could all press the button and people were like, oh my gosh, why didn't you leave, it's just like in season 1 we were shown what happens when they leave. They have, their life is worse than death, and because of that they make the decision to stay. And it's just like, it shows like how, though we say like people have decisions, people have options, people have they make their decision, like it's just like in a way it was a decision if there was only one answer they were gonna pick. And it was just like, I just liked how that was discussed and whatever. What else? Was there anything else? Oh yeah, plus how when they came to America and then they saw that the same thing was happening in America. I do agree with other people that say that they, in America, the American version, they should have played like a game that was more like American. But also just like people are like, oh my gosh, she just shouldn't have been wearing a suit. And I'm just like, bro, it doesn't matter if she's wearing a suit, because at the end of the day I feel like when it comes to people like in just like America, like there's just like such a big imbalance in just like the poor and the rich. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like people would still walk by that and see just like someone smacking another person and not think too much of it, because like, I don't know, it's like people are like, oh my gosh, it's because the person was supposed to blend in with everyone else. And I don't think the person who was playing the games was supposed to blend in with everyone else. I think the person who was playing the game was to show other people how people ignore the fact that bad things are happening to people who are poor. Basically, I feel like that's just like what it was representing, whatever. So I think that's enough about the season. But yeah, I love the end of the season. I thought it was amazing. I thought that people are saying that his player 457 shouldn't have died, and I feel like it was unpredictable, and because it was unpredictable, it continues with the theme that people are unpredictable, and I liked that. Yeah. So now let's go on to the next thing. We have Love Island. I'm on episode 30. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I've been watching it like all June. I've been having fun with it. Let's talk about characters. Oh, Andrea, I feel like you guys hate her so much. I feel like Taylor was low-key evil to her. Okay, first off, let's actually start off with this disclaimer. I feel like the people who are going onto people's Instagram pages and commenting on their posts are just like weirdos. Like, you guys are absolutely so weird, and it's like y'all are the reason why reality TV should not not should not exist, but like, I don't know why there are going to start to be rules on reality TV because you guys do not know how to act. Just because they see reality TV does not mean that it's complete reality. They're just saying that it's partially reality. It's just like when someone's like, oh, this is based on the real life. It's just like, sometimes it can be more loosely inspired, and it's just like, it's all about drama and whatever. So it's just like, I feel like you guys need to understand that. So just like, stop commenting on people's pages, like under people's pages, because it's like, bro, you're a weirdo. Like, I don't know why you would do that. Like, I don't know what goes through your mind when you do that, whatever. So now let's talk about my opinions. Yeah, okay, so Olandria, she basically has no one after Taylor just left her in the dirt. I was always just like a Taylor Olandria fan. It's not working, whatever. Nick Olandria, at first I was a fan of it, and then I wasn't when I started liking Olandria and Taylor. And now I think I am, because I feel like they're a cute couple. Like, after Sierra left, I feel like it could work. It could. At first, yeah, it could work. As long as it's the TV show, I don't know, the producers don't like force it. I think it could be good. Then we have, let sit up. Then we have, Shelly. I love Shelly. I'm rooting for everyone black. That's basically it. I think that Shelly and Ace should win. I do love Shelly and Ace. I'm sorry, I'm a Ace fan. I feel like at least he says the words that he wants to say instead of just like leaves it to everyone else, and I like that about him. So whatever, that's who I want. There's nothing more to say. I feel like I should have been just like stopped watching it, but like I just keep watching it because I don't know what it is about the show. It's just fun to watch, but like, basically this is just me saying I'm a Shelly Ace supporter. Yeah. Then the last show we have on this list, before I can finally stop talking and just like shut up, is Queen Sugar. Which Queen Sugar, I never knew it existed. Like, it was honestly just like not on my radar. I just saw it on Hulu one day and I just started watching it, and it's good. Oh yeah, let me just say what season I'm on. I'm on season 1. I haven't finished season 1, so let me say my thoughts on each character, and yeah, let's go. So we have Vi, Aunt Vi or something. Wait, no. Wait, is she? Yeah, wait, no. Whoever the aunt is to the 3 main adult people, whatever. Okay, so pretty much her, I feel like she should get back with Hollywood, which honestly I did not know his name was Hollywood. It's just like she kept saying Hollywood. I was like, bro, what's she talking about? Like, I was like, Hollywood. Like, I get what Hollywood is, just like you don't have to say Hollywood. And that because that was his name, I said, oh, okay. But yeah, I don't think that she should break up with him because, like, whatever, he had his reasons. So I just don't think that's true. That she should have done that. Who else? Now let's go on to each kid. There is, what's his name again? Angel Reese. I love the way he says blue. Like, he'll like, blue, let's go to school. Blue, don't. I just love the way that he says blue so much. It's just, I think it's adorable. I don't want him with the teacher. I low-key don't want him to end up with that preschool teacher, whatever. His son's teacher. I just don't like that shit. I don't like it. I don't know who he should end up with. Like, I feel like he shouldn't end up with the mother of Blue because it's just like, whatever. But like, I'm also just like, I don't want him to end up with the teacher. Then, okay, let me just put my knee up. Let's see. Which one? Okay. No, let me put my knee down. Okay, so then we have Violet or Vi. I don't remember what her name is. Not the middle child. The other child, the girl who's dark-skinned. The dark-skinned girl who is a part of the 3 siblings. in my opinion, she's one of those characters that I never like, where it's just like she's dating everyone in the moon. She just like, she was with the married man, which I was like, oh, bro, I don't care. She's low-key not a part of the family. She's just doing things outside of the family, I guess. With who? Let me think. But just like, she's a reporter. She talks about violence against Black people. She has this like mindset where she just does things because it's right and doesn't think about anyone else. Just like when she took like $10,000 from her sister, or for $5,000, whatever it was. And then we have what's her name again? Oh, I have no idea her name. Okay, bro, I literally can't breathe. Okay, then we have the light-skinned sibling, okay, wait, I don't know why I'm thinking like that, but basically her husband was in the scandal where he no, what happened was that they were talking about how his teammates sexually assaulted this girl, and I don't know why it was not dawning on her that like her husband could be involved, but whatever. And then once she realized that he was involved, she was like, oh my gosh, she's a liar, she's a liar. Turns out she wasn't exactly a liar, and it's just like, bro, that was on you. Like, it's just like, God, well, like, obviously it was on him because he was a weirdo. Like, I was looking at him, I was like, bro, like, what are they talking about? I was staring at him, and she was just agreeing with him. I was like, guys, like, let's look into this further. Like let's think. His name is Davis or whatever. So yeah, he annoyed me. He's gonna annoy me. He just keeps trying to get with his child. It's like, bro, I hate him. I hate him so badly with everything in my being. I hate him. So basically there's that, and then eventually, like, she finds out that he did basically what she said, like, not exactly what she said, but like in a way what she said. And then what is it? Anyways, so basically there's that. So she goes down to this place where her dad, okay, their dad in general left this farm to their children because he died. And basically, yeah, so let's keep talking about the girl. And now she's dating this bald guy, this bald light-skinned guy. I don't care about that, low-key. I don't care. It's just, yeah, sure, if she wants to do that, then do it, but just, it's not something I care about. And then who else is there? Then, okay, let's talk about the dad and just like how they inherited this farm. What they realized is that during this farm, that they deserve the land. It's some sort of like Black, wait, what was it? It was just like they did a bunch of bad stuff. I don't know. They need that land. Their ancestors, I guess, got the land, and they just like need to not, well, not ancestors sounds like it was so far away, but it was just like a generation or two ago. But I guess they are their ancestors, I guess. They bought this land and they're deserving of the land, and there's this guy who's just trying to get that land, and he's not good, I guess. I don't know. Well, yeah, he's not good, but whatever. And basically they realized that they needed to keep this land because it's what's rightfully owed to them, and there's that. And then we have the son. I think that's the last character I'm going to talk about because the show is kind of confusing. It's fun to watch because it's just like drama's there, but like it's just like not one of those shows where it's just like you can easily, I don't know, talk about it. No, you can talk about it, but it's just like it's just like one of those shows where it's like you can talk about it character per character, but it's just like less of a, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Okay, so then we have the son. I really like her with that her. I really like him with that dark skinned girl. Which I'm sorry that I'm just saying people by their skin tone. I'm just like, oh, that dark, but it's just like that's how you're gonna understand who I'm talking about because I have no idea what their names are. I don't remember anything about them. I just remember that about them because like, bro, that's the only way to differentiate them because like I don't know their names. I should know their names, but like I don't, because I just hear their names and then it just goes over my head like that, and I just I don't know why I did that with whatever this is. This is whatever. I'm just picking things up and just, I don't know, I like to move my hands while I'm talking, so I just tap that, but whatever. That's it for this video. If you want to see, actually no, whatever, I'm going to be posting these videos no matter what, even if you want to see them or not. I'll force it down your throat, or and if you don't like it, then just don't watch, but whatever. Yeah, I guess thanks for watching this video. Like, subscribe, do whatever. I also post writing content, so you can watch those. I probably won't link anything below. You can just see it on my channel easily. Even like the last video I did, I'm sure it was some sort of writing vlog. I also talk about reading a little bit. And so yeah, thanks for watching. And yeah, bye.